Hey everybody, haven't done a video in a few days, so I thought I would put something out that I'm working on and update on what's going on as far as the channel goes. I've been kind of gotten back into my History Maker baseball mode in the last week or so. So I'm really going to be mostly focusing and trying to pursue my interest in that game. Not only the reviving the 1987 Atlanta Braves season replay, which I'm about 62 games into, but also restarting my 2016 fictional replay set. Instead of using all 12 teams, that's just too many teams to worry about trying to play through. I've pared it down to 8 teams. So I'll be using 8 teams and playing I believe I picked out a 42 game schedule. I'll have to double check that. I entered all the players and team names into the Stratomatic PC game, creating a new league. It gave me a schedule, and now, of course, it's a good way to keep track of stats and whatnot also. But I'm thinking about just playing one team and following that team through the season, through the game day charts and so forth, and then using the instant results table to play the rest of the teams. Just haven't picked that one team out yet. But another thing I was thinking about, I'm always thinking about tinkering with the game and trying to think of other ways to be creative with History Maker Baseball. And one of the things I thought of is that in the game you have the players and you have the umpires and you have ballparks. But to the best of my knowledge, I don't think anybody's ever created manager cards. Now, I know they have manager cards for each individual person that plays the game to use, but I'm talking about actual fictional or real life managers for that matter. But for my purposes in the league that I'm doing for Baseball America, it would be fictional managers. So what I did is I took the player creation template to create my own players and used that to create manager cards. So, and you're thinking, okay, well, what in the world can you do for a manager card? Well, the template is set up where you kind of have to use what's already there. So I use the qualities like icon or prospect. So if a manager is somebody who's been managing for 20 some years or 15 years, he might get an extra perk in the game day chart or a chemistry chart where a rookie manager, prospect manager, may not. So there's a slight advantage there. And I would probably make those semi-quality so the decider die has the final say on that. Also, the other quality I chose from the batter card to use for managers is the eager or patient quality. And that's in reference to how eager or patient they are with their pitchers. Somebody like Sparky Anderson was reputation to have a quick hook, so he would be considered eager when it comes to changing pitchers. And somebody else might be considered patient, somebody lets his guys throw complete games or pitch a lot of innings. So that's what I did, and I went ahead and for the 8 teams that are in the league, I went ahead and created fictional manager names. Just Googled names until I found the ones I liked. And so here are the 8 managers and the teams they represent, starting with Gus Luganville. Gus Luganville will be managing the Skiddy Marks, and I gave him qualities. I didn't give anybody else qualities yet, but I gave him patient qualities because he's going to be patient when it comes to removing those starting pitchers. And I gave him an icon quality because he's a veteran manager. Anybody with the name Gus has been around a while, most likely. So I gave him, and this camera's not focusing very well, I gave him the icon quality. Managing the PP Riders will be Percy Strimple, and of course I haven't put the qualities in for him yet. Managing St. Elmo Fire will be Max Grunfeld. Managing the Friendly Jesters will be Carlos Danger, and if you're into politics at all, you know that name. And I almost changed this name to Gestures, as in Gestures, because Carlos Danger was sometimes known for making friendly gestures, if you know what I mean. So come over here to Wesley Newberg, and he's going to be managing the Elvira Smuckers. Chester Scruggs will be managing the Why Nots. Clayton Tagliaferro will be managing the Krypton Knights. And Frank Middlesworth will be managing the Spuds Mackenzies. So those are the 8 teams that made the cut in my fictional set. I cut out the other 4 teams just to condense things and make it a little bit better or quicker. I don't know about better, but certainly making it quicker. And I'm going to probably take one of those teams. I'm going to play all of them for a couple of games until I get a feel for the teams. And I might pick a favorite team and just start with that one team and go all the way through. And of course, let the instant table or instant results play out on the for the other teams. The only question is, I'm not sure how to do that with Stratomatic PC, because I have to enter not only wins and losses, but I have to enter the actual results of the game. So as far as keeping stats and stuff, I may not be able to do that. I might just skip those games. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, or I'll fudge something to make the win-loss come out correctly. But certainly the stats will be skewed. Or if I get into it enough, I might just go and play all of them, because, like I said, I'm focusing mainly on History Maker Baseball right now, and I do have the May Madness still going for Stratomatic. But once that's done, I'm probably going to put Stratomatic on the back burner for a while. We do have both Earls who are big into Stratomatic, and we're playing that quite a bit, especially Tenacious Earl. He's somehow I lost connection there. I don't know what I lost and what I didn't lose, but and talk about saying a few minutes ago in case the phone would cut off on me, did not pick it up. What I was leading toward was that I'm kind of weaning myself away from Strat a little bit on the videos. I've still got the May Madness to complete, and I will complete that. A lot of those games will be offline, but there'll be a few of them online as well, especially as we get down towards the end. But with Tenacious Earl playing his Tenacious League, you've got your Strat fix there. Also, Tabletop plays Strat quite a bit, so that you got your fix there. And Tabletop also plays APA, so you got your APA fix there. But I'm going to mainly focus on History Maker Baseball, maybe some Replay Baseball, and Payoff Pitch Baseball as far as videos go. A lot of this fictional stuff I'll probably do offline. If people want to see some games, I'll be happy to put it out there, depending on what response I get on that. But speaking of the May Madness, since we are now officially in the month of May, I just played my first game in the second round, and the 2004 St. Louis Cardinals put a whooping on the 1991 Twins. They knocked Scott Erickson around big time, and so St. Louis will advance into the next round, the Sweet 16. And the game I'm going to try to put a video out of this afternoon, it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a round 2 game between the 1993 Phillies and the 1986 New York Mets. What makes this interesting is that for both teams, leading off and playing center field will be Lenny Dykstra. So Dykstra will actually have a chance to hit a fly ball to himself or throw himself out on the bases. So that could be a little interesting. Starting pitchers in that game will be Kurt Schilling for the Phillies and Ron Darling for the Mets, because Tommy Green pitched in the first round and Dwight Gooden pitched in the first round, so we have to go to alternate pitchers to be fair. And of course, whoever wins in the third round, then the starting pitchers from game 1 would be eligible again to pitch going forward. So that's what's going on with me. If you guys have any feedback, I'd definitely appreciate it as to what you'd like to see, because I would like to put out videos of content of games that you enjoy. But just looking at previous videos I've done in the past and the number of views, I've noticed that History Maker Baseball games and Replay games got the most views. So I don't know if I'm supposed to read into that's more of an interest, or the fact that there's already other Strat video channels out there, so maybe people want to see something a little bit different than Strat. Don't know. Of course, you guys still got to have your Strat loyal followers, and I understand that. And Strat is still my #1 game, but I've got the itch to get back in this History Maker game and get going again with this fictional set and with the 87 Braves replay. So I'm hoping to do some things with that and keep that going. Really like the fact that I was able to enter this fictional set into the Strat computer. So that will certainly, on the games I play, I can manually use a manual score input to score the game, keep track of the stats, and so forth. So that's what's going on. Hope you guys enjoyed what I've done so far in the past, and hopefully you will enjoy what I do in the future. But like I said, with the two Earls, particularly Tenacious, doing a lot of the Stratomatic, I thought it was best for me to kind of, other than this May Madness, which I've already committed to kind of going forward, lean toward other gaming systems or gaming companies. So History Maker Baseball is my first choice, and then Payoff Pitch and Replay also get mixed in there as well. Kind of put my Orioles Payoff Pitch Replay to the back burner because of just time. You don't have time to do everything you want. And so when the itch comes, you got to scratch it. And right now my itch is for History Maker Baseball, both the fictional set and reviving the 1987 Braves replay. I would like to get that done eventually, so I can say I completed something in the play.com world. So that's it from here. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Cinco de Mayo is almost here, so if you choose to celebrate, please be safe. And also, please check out Tabletop Baseball for tabletop programming, whether it be Tabletop Earl or Tenacious Earl. They both put out quality programs, and hope you support them and like their videos and give them encouragement so they can keep up the good programming. So until next time, we'll see everybody down the road.